Hello there, moin moin, ladies and gentlemen, Donspektor here, today with another Donboxing and first impressions for you. And today I have another budget set for you, after the last time I had the Zimgord, I don't know how to pronounce that, EW100, which I definitively do like, and I'm planning to have a review ready in the next few weeks, because for this budget, it's actually pretty good. Today we are looking at something from Hidizs. I hope I pronounce this brand name correctly now. The MS1 Galaxy. And yes, thank you for Hidizs for sending this over for review. I've not been sponsored, I've not been paid or influenced in any way. This is basically 100% my own thoughts here, and it will be as honest as it gets, as you probably have already noticed from all of my other things. So yeah, this is what you get here. It comes in a non-descriptive packaging here. And yep, this looks like most other budget things that I have had in the last couple years. So let's directly get unboxing it with this beautiful pair of scissors here that is dissolving by itself. I'm not sure whether it's visible. Like, this pair of scissors is basically falling apart. Yeah. Speaking of falling apart, well, that's, great quality scissors, I know, right? So yeah, classic unboxing experience so far. Okay, we also have a anime figurine on here. Bit more minimalistic than other brands on the side. So yeah, that's it. Generally I like these the shiny accents that at least are color matched with the IM at the front here. I have no clue what color I have, so let's see. Actually also got silver. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Yep, that's the IM already, and let's remove this and take a quick tour around it. Packaging reminds me similar to what KZ had also, but I think also the EW100 came in similar fashion. So let's see what we have here. Oh, it actually also comes with a protective film. Let's peel that off and see how this looks like. So yeah, this is pretty sparkly. I have the camera light on of my smartphone, and I'm not sure how well you can see this in the camera now here, but this is pretty sparkly. Not too bad in terms of style. Weight-wise, this definitively is heavier than the EW100 here, which probably means it also is a bit more solid in terms of build. But yeah, when we look inside here, it is super transparent. Like, you can see all of the internals perfectly fine. Yep, I generally like this style, and you can see it's in single dynamic driver directly at the front nozzle here. There isn't much of a like chamber design going on, and yeah, you have a standard metal nozzle put in here. Looks like it's glued in with like 3 additional ridges or so. That's definitively better than what I have seen with the, do I have it here on the desk? Actually I have. Let me quickly grab it. Yep. With the Pan-On Fan 2, which is a 250 buck IEM, yeah, that nozzle there is just, like, there's no ridges around this back part here, as you can see. Like, there's this 3 additional rings, so it just stays in a bit better. With the Pan-On Fan, it's just a straight metal thing. And if you've been a bit unlucky in production, so I really complained where my first impressions were, yeah, it just came out. So don't have any fear that this will come out, because yeah, this has additional structure, and we can actually see it. So that's neat. As 2-pin connector here, you can see we have a not flush design, like it's slightly extruded, but it would fit your flush 2-pin connectors generally. And I think this additional piece that is mounted on here is just glued on. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it looks like it's glued on. There's a slight gap around it. At higher price IEMs, I would probably say, not too great, but at this price point, is fine. Like, the EW100 is also not the greatest build, but yeah, for this price point, totally fair. And yeah, where do we have pressure holes? Here we have one pressure hole here directly next to the DD. Front vented, so that means you should not have problems with driver flex, and I see no other pressure hole around it. So yeah, then let's take a look at the accessories. So first, before we go to the cable, speaking of cable, you can choose between with mic and without mic. I choose with mic because occasionally I do need a mic. But first, let's take a look at ear tips. So this looks like, oh, this actually, wait, let me remove one ear tip. I don't think I've seen these ear tips at other IEMs so far. It looks like they are a bit more cone-shaped than they're actually round. Let me remove the S tip. Let's take a quick look at S here. Yeah, that's actually relatively small, and it has a thicker ring around the outlet. That means it should also be relatively safe in your ear, and it's very squishy. So material I can see is very thin, but I think this actually could be in good standard tips that comes with the IEM, just because it's very squishy, and you still have the ring here, which gives you security and isolation. So yeah, you get 3 sizes, S, M, and L. For this price point, no problem, like this is exactly what I would expect. And then let's take a look at the cable. Yeah, again, let me throw the EW100 in. This is a nice cable, it's smooth, it gets very non-tangly over time, and generally it's very usable. This here, let's take a look at that, and remove the additional thing around here. Push right a bit out, make a bit of focus here, trash, go out of the picture. Come on, scissors, we don't need you no more. Let's give it the standard classic straightening test here. So, straighten. And that's straight. That's fine. That's not tangly. That's good. So let's take a look in detail here. 90-degree connector with a strain release that actually releases strain. Nice. I like to see that. Strain release, definitely a useful feature. Plastic at the back, an aluminum cylinder, I think aluminum is a plastic, is difficult to assess. It could also be metal here at the front. 2 medium thicker cores in a waving here that is reasonably accurately done. And even the cables themselves are not that thin. Let me again get the EW100 as comparison here. Yep, this is very similar in terms of cable, like it could even be identical there, and would also explain why this is smooth, because it's very similar to the EW100. And then the splitter here in the middle, yeah, a standard aluminum cylinder, no complaints here. On top of that, the same thickness cable, I assume. Let's just get a comparison here. Exactly the same thickness. So also, as you can see, this is smooth. Like, I've had way more expensive cables that are way less smooth. So that is a huge plus in my box already. And here the control with the microphone has 1 button, and yeah, the mic hole you can see here. And then on top, let's take a quick look at the ear hook. Oh, this is a bit much of a bending radius. This is not 360 degrees, but 330. That potentially is a bit too much. You should go for a bit less than that. The rubberization itself is also relatively heavy. I would like to see a bit less, like a bit less bending, a bit less rubberization. And then the connector itself, let's take a look at this. Color indicator R, let's take a look at left has color indicator blue. It has, nice. The outgoing angle here is about 45 degrees. And yeah, it's a 2-pin connector. Let's get, where's the IM? Yep. So here I have the left side. That means let's get the left cable. Let's also plug it in. Okay, so at least this is matching. So you can see the additional part of the 2-pin connector here is matching the exact same cable it comes with. So that's at least neat and does overall make a relatively clean appearance. So, yeah. So yeah, right, let's quickly have a look. So here we have the manual, I assume, warranty card, and if you are into the whole anime thing, yep, you also get the anime girl here printed. Okay, yeah, that's it. Next, I will give this a first chat, and then yeah, come back to you with the second part of this video with the first impressions. So yes, let's get into first impressions. Yeah, I've been using this for, I would say, maybe 1.5 hours or so, something like that. And generally, yeah, this is definitively reshaped IEM. Not in a bad way, it doesn't drown the mids straight up, but they're definitely a bit pushed back compared to the bass. And yeah, I think the bass definitively does hit pretty well here. It's a bit more, I want to say, tip dependent than I have heard with other IEMs. So the velvet tips that I have been buying recently don't work here that great. They definitely take some of the punch and the deepness the bass has. But the Tangsan Kai tips I definitely liked here. And yeah, this comes off as a well-balanced V-shaped IEM. Something that I would expect at this price point, but totally decently executed. And when you look at the graph, yes, this is a V-shaped IEM, and yeah, this is also how it sounds, but not in a bad way. The peak you see here at like 8K, definitively not at 8K to my ear. This has no sibilance to me, like the S and F definitively don't come off as too much. And yeah, for this price point, I find this pretty enjoyable in terms of sound. The thing that struck me the best while using it so far, the comfort. Yeah, man, after coming from the EW100, which I thought was pretty decent at its price as well, like, yeah, it lacks a bit like upper treble or mid treble energy, but still it was enjoyable to me. And this here definitely fits so much better with EW100. Like, really, I've tried the liquid silicone tips, max tips, Tangsan Kai, and all of them fit me nicely. So comfort of this definitely is really good. And yeah, we'll look more into it for review. And yeah, that's the first impressions here. If you have questions, if you have criticisms, if you have recommendations, please leave a comment.